Okay. Okay, so let's take one L. Let me declare where we are declaring that one. We are declaring where we are declaring. Okay. So let me try this one. You are telling pop is working. Tuple. Okay, no tuple. I think I'll just try to use pop. Okay, where append is there. I think I was using. Okay, pop. You are saying right, huh? So you are telling like L dot pop. That means if you will giving any of the index number, then it is removing, right? So let's say L. We have this element L dot pop. Okay. So if you are giving 3 0 1 2 3, then it will remove A, right? Okay. I think yeah, that means it is working. So basically you
Yes,
can
sir.
give any index. Okay, that's a good catch. Okay, I think I
Thank
forgot to add this one. Correct. I think you are practicing. So that is, yeah, we can give it index number. By default, actually, it is removing the last element, but we can give any index number. But in remove, what happens if you want any specific element? Suppose you know that whatever the elements are there. Suppose some elements is starts with S, and some of the characters or some numbers are there. But if you want to remove any specific element, it may be a number, it may be a string, then you can simply use this remove. Okay, if it is element specific, you can use remove. If it is index specific, then you can use pop. Okay,
So, sir, this is the difference we can say.
this is the difference. Okay, if you
Yeah.
want to index specific, if you want to remove, then you can use pop. If you want to
Okay.
remove element to specific, okay, then
Okay.
you can use remove.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. I think ଏମିତି ସମସ୍ତେ ମାନେ practice କରିବା ଦରକାର. Okay, so that like when if I'm like missed out something, okay, because it is not possible kai like concept I can explain everything. ଯଦି ମୁଁ each and every you know methods inbuilt methods ପଢେଇବି, then ଏଇଟା ବୋଧେ 6 ମାସ course ହେଇଯିବ. Okay, so that is not possible. That's I think you need to find out. So basically ଯେମିତି I think Saurabh, right? And if he found out like these are oh this is pop, then you also everybody should try this one. You can play with it like I think he must have tried these numbers and some argument. That's why here he's getting this doubt. So similarly you can also do the same thing. Okay. Okay, ଆଉ କାହାର କିଛି doubts ଅଛି? କିଛି ବି last class ର tuple, I think tuple I'll start. Fine. Okay. So before starting tuple, just try to understand, the most important interview question is what is the difference between list and tuple? Okay, and why it is different? Why it is everything? Like there can be many like cross questions can be asked when interviewer will ask you what is the difference between list and tuple. Okay, so, so we'll see like what are those differences and what are those things. So we can say tuple, it is used to store multiple items in a single variable, just like a list. Okay. So tuples are used to store multiple items in a single variable, just like list. And tuple is one of the four built-in data types in Python used to store the collections of data, right? And a tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable. Tuple is written with round bracket. So these are the things are there. So the most important thing of tuple is if you know that in list we have all the functions like just now I discussed ଯେମିତି ଆମର pop ହେଇଗଲା ଯେମିତି remove ହେଇଗଲା append ହେଇଗଲା insert ହେଇଗଲା ଏଗୁଡ଼ା ସବୁ ଆମେ କଣ ପାଇଁ ୟୁଜ କରୁଛୁ କିଛି data manipulation you understand data manipulation means either you are changing the data either you are updating or inserting or removing the data okay so that is nothing but the data manipulation so you can do any kind of data manipulation by using you can do that okay in list but in tuple you cannot do such kind of things okay the first difference is okay I will try to make you understand by explaining the difference okay so basically tuple is similar to list okay like type like list is used to store the multiple elements okay ସେମିତି ଆମର tuple କଣ କରୁଛି ନା ଆମର multiple element କୁ store କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଏଇଟା ୟୁଜ କରୁଛୁ okay ଆଉ ଏଇଟାକୁ ଆମେ represent କେମିତି କରିବା it can be represented by parenthesis this is the parenthesis we can use and like tuple is it is immutable like it's unchangeable that means ଆମେ tuple ରେ କିଛି ବି changes କରିପାରିବାନି. You cannot make any changes to tuple. Once you have declared the tuple, then that will be like that only. You cannot add any element, you cannot remove an element, you cannot do such kind of things. Okay, so that is what the tuple is. And the next thing is like yeah, and the next thing is unpacking a tuple. Okay, so basically if you see unpacking a tuple, okay, no, I think okay, then tuple is one for built-in type Python used to store the collection of data tuple. Okay, let me give you the example. Suppose let me t is a tuple, and tuple should be represented in parenthesis. List amar kon hotla, it should be represented in the form of square bracket. Tuple will be represented in the form of parenthesis. Okay, so like that if you'll see, we can mention 7 comma 9 comma 12, then it would be, see what is the type of t, it would be tuple. Okay, and it is completely immutable. The term, just remember, mutable or immutable कौन? Mutable is a list, means हमें किसी भी element को change कर परिबा, that is mutable. Immutable means we cannot change any of the variable, you cannot change any of the elements of that tuple. Okay, that is what immutable is. Okay, so this is the difference between mutable and immutable. बुझेला ना? किसी डाउट्स अछि? एतिक किसी डाउट्स अछि कि tuple is immutable? Okay, जोटा कि list होची mutable, tuple is represented by parenthesis, list is represented by square bracket, and tuple is similar to list. Like list is a collection of multiple elements, tuple is also a collection of multiple elements. Okay, it be ordered one, set be ordered one, but the only difference is that it is ordered and unchangeable. Okay, just remember, unchangeable, immutable, all are same. Unchangeable, immutable, all are same. Okay, so this is the most important interview question. Difference between tuple and list. So बुझियला? See, देखो मोटे कौन करी भी ना, t dot append करूची. So t dot append छाड़ी दियो, मु just कौन करते हैं जैसे हमें गोटे access करी परिबा first index को, और index 1 कौन हसीबो हमरा 9. तो index 1 को हमें list रे कौन करथिले, index 1 को assign करथिले गोटे value को. Okay, suppose मु एको 10 assign करली. Okay, just see the output. See, tuple object does not support item assignment. So basically tuple does not support this item assignment. It gives me error because tuple is immutable. That's why I'm not able to assign any of the index value to the tuple, right? I think you are getting it, right?
Yes, so getting.
Okay, okay. So this is the thing you need to remember. Why tuple is immutable, and also you need to know like why, which one is faster compared to between list and tuple, which one is faster. So basically tuple is faster because of this property. Okay. So basically tuple allocate only single block of memory, but list allocates two block of memory. That's why list is slow compared to tuple. Okay, not very slow. List is slow compared to tuple. Okay. Mm, just a second. Okay. Okay. This is fine. Okay. So this is fine. So tuple is immutable and list is mutable. Tuple is represented by this, list is this, and this is fine. Okay. So then we will discuss about what is unpacking a tuple. So basically till now we saw that we can store the data in the form of ଆମେ କଣ ଦେଖୁଥିଲେ କି ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ string କୁ ଗୋଟେ variable କୁ assign କରିପାରିବା, then ଗୋଟେ integer value କୁ ଗୋଟେ variable କୁ assign କରିପାରିବା. Okay. So now what was, okay, why list is slow compared to tuple? So that is why I told you na, why list is compared slow, because the list allocate two blocks of memory. Okay, one block is for current element, like ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ declare କଲେ, suppose ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଏଟା declare କଲେ, ଏଟା ଗୋଟେ block of memory allocate କଲା. Okay, and when And along with that also it allocate another block of memory, because I'm a variable, like we can add elements to that, we can remove elements to that. That's why list allocate another block of memory. But tuple does not do like that. Okay, tuple only allocates single block of memory. So you know which memory is very fast. That's why tuple is very faster compared to list, because tuple does not have any extra block of memory. Okay, that's why. Because tuple does not have that property of immutable. It is completely immutable. That's why. Okay. এটা বুঝিয়েলা? Now we got it right. Okay, fine. So then that unpack a tuple. So basically in Python we are like allowed to extract the values back into the variable. This is called unpacking. So basically if you'll see this example, I have created one variable. I have assigned a tuple ABC. Similarly, what I have done is I have assigned that I have assigned a tuple list of tuple XYZ to F. So that what happens, basically we are packing and unpacking. This is packing. Okay, whenever you will see here, I'll take X is equal to A, comma B, comma sorry Z. Okay, so what is X? See, X is a tuple. Okay, because see type, if I'll find out what is this, X is a tuple. Okay, so this is called packing tuple. We are packing. So by default whenever we are passing, it is not a list, because we can assign multiple variables to multiple values simultaneously. But we don't need this. Suppose if you want to assign multiple variables to a single variable, then it will be considered as a tuple. Okay, this is called packing a tuple. Okay, this is called packing a tuple, right? And if you have to unpack a tuple, then what you have to do is you have to simply mention like s1 comma s2 comma s3 is equal to x. Okay, so this is nothing but a unpacking a tuple. So this is packing a tuple, basically packing all these elements into a tuple x. Then this is unpacking. Basically, we are in simply splitting the values, where S1 will be store A, S2 store V, W3 store Z. Okay, so this is the difference between packing and unpacking a tuple. Okay, এটা বুঝিয়েলা what is packing to a tuple and unpacking a tuple. See, ଏଠି ମୁଁ କିଛି parenthesis କି square bracket କିଛି ବି ଦେଇନି. Okay, so basically ଯେତେବେଳେ by default ଆମେ value multiple values assign କରୁଛେ, so ସେଇଟା କଣ ହେଇଯାଉଛି ନା, ସେଇଟା ଆମର ହେଇଯାଉଛି as a tuple, right? ବୁଝିହେଲା ନା still you have doubt? Okay,
Sir, without parenthesis, it can be a tuple.
yes, that is what. Now without parenthesis it can be a tuple. Okay, without
But we,
parentheses it can be a tuple. Okay, but default is tuple actually. So when we are, whether you can give a parenthesis, it depends on you, but it will be considered, if you have not given anything, then by default it will be a tuple. Okay, you see
so
now.
parenthesis is not mandatory.
No, that is not mandatory. Okay, that is not mandatory.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, anything else? Okay, I'll go to the next. Looping a tuple, join tuples. Basically, when I'll talk about the join concept, then only I'll discuss this. Okay, what are the methods in tuple? So you have seen like we have many methods in tuple. Like sorry, in list we have many methods, right? Like we have we have pop, we have append, extend, we have remove, we have insert. But in tuple there are only two methods. Can anyone tell why we have only two methods in tuple?
Because it is
Good.
immutable.
This is immutable.
Yeah, correct. Okay. Because we cannot change that one. Okay. So that's why we did not have any value, any methods, inbuilt method. So only we can find out the index, only we can find out the count of that. Okay. How many elements are there in the tuple by count and index? What are the index of this? Okay, t dot index of that element. So that's why tuple is it is immutable. Okay, that's why we don't have any methods, inbuilt methods available in tuple. Okay, so basically these are the interview questions you can expect. What is the difference between list and tuple? That is the first thing. And you have to write answer. This list is represented by square bracket, tuple is represented by parenthesis, list is immutable where tuple is immutable, tuple is faster than list. Then the interviewer will ask you like why tuple is faster compared to list. Then you have to mention that tuple is allocate large block of memory with lower overhead than list because they are immutable. Okay, whereas list small block of memories are allocated. Okay, that's the tuples tends to be faster than list when there are large number of elements. Okay, so this is the example, as I told, like it contains small blocks are there, but there are multiple blocks, but it tuples only allocate the single large block of memory. Okay, so that is why tuple is faster. Okay, so basically this is the questions you can see. Like suppose you have this t. Okay, you have the tuple is there, and you have to t of 3 is equal to 34. So what would be the output? Okay, just tell me the first question. You can type and you can type in the chat. Okay, error. Okay, anyone? Okay, fine. Okay, it will give you error because it's a tuple. Tuple we cannot assign it. Just now we saw. Okay, tell me the second question. Second question. What would be the answer? Okay, okay. Anyone else? Second question. T of -1 of -1. Okay. No, till now I haven't got the correct answer. 3 and 34. Yeah, correct, correct. Someone told like 78. That is the correct one. Okay. Okay. 78 will be the correct answer because this is a complete element. Okay. 7, 6 and 78, it's a complete element, right? So you have to get that complete element. Then only it will get executed, right? So that is the first thing. Like, whenever it will find out t of -1, that means it will be, it will be what? Like it will be a list. It will extract the list. Like means 6 and 78. Okay, then from that 6 and 17 it's a list, and some from there we are simply finding out the last element, that means it's 78. Okay, so I think you got it right. Others, I think you got it, like what is the how the correct answer we got.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
first
tell me.
t of -1 got to the last element, means that is of
Yes,
least.
yes.
Then again, how -1 works? Sir?
Yeah, like similar na, that list also we can find out, that become list, right? If you see, we have a t is equal to this, completely we can say, okay, this, and then comma I can say 6 comma 78. Okay, t of -1, it will give you 6 and 78. Okay, this will be a list, right? How to extract the last
Yes.
element of the list? Again -1, right? So give you
Okay.
78, simple.
Okay, sir.
No, no, you got it right because it's a kind of confusing questions.
Yes, sir. Means till now we are seeing of one minus one here
Huh.
two times. So that's why
Yeah,
the
two
con.
times. So this can be a confusing one because every time people are using this. So, but yeah, you can implement this. That's not an issue. You can implement it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So going to the next question, how to convert to a tuple to list? If you have understood everything, how can we convert a tuple to a list? Just I think yeah, I think I have not mentioned anywhere, but I think if you can apply some logics, then I think that would be yeah. Someone can x is equal to x. Okay, let's try
So
that.
we can use list, sir.
Yeah,
We
correct.
can
Okay.
list of the.
Yes, yes, that one only. Okay. Yeah, and this one, I think let's try. Suppose t is what? T is this, and t equal to t. Okay, you are telling right. Suppose let's say t. Okay, so it will not be a list. Okay, because I am expecting a list of tuples. Fine, that is the correct answer because it will consider a complete tuple as a list. Okay, so this is not the correct answer. Okay, so if you'll see t of 1, then see what would be the output. See, it will be give you list index out of range. Why? Because we have only one element that is only accessed by 0. Okay, we cannot access other element. That is why it will give you an error. So t is equal to list of tuple, then only we can access. We can convert a tuple to a list. Okay, correct, correct, correct. Then you can program find all the even elements from 1 to 100. Okay, so I think you can keep these two things. Okay, once I complete like for loop or some, then only you can discuss. Okay. Okay. So okay. Any doubts here?
Sir, is
Sir, any
the
book?
unpaired.
Sir, one number question can you explain, sir, again?
This one.
Yes, yes. T list of three.
Just now, I
Why
think
the
we
tuple?
saw. Yeah, this one I show you, na. This is a similar thing. Number 6. This is a tuple, and I'm trying to assign that into a value, but it is giving me error because of
Okay.
the immutable property, we are not able to assign any elements. Hala, bujhe
Yes, sir. Due to immutable property.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. If it is a list, then we can assign. But if it is a tuple, then we cannot assign that.
Sir, question
Sir,
number two.
Mm-hmm.
The last time ଆମର ଯୋଉ square bracket ଅଛି ଯଦି square
Mm-hmm.
bracket ନଥାଇକି ଯଦି single value assign ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା
Mm-hmm.
ତ number two question ଟା କେମିତି sir execute ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା ଟିକେ କହିବେ?
ସେଟା ଏକ୍ସିକ୍ୟୁଟ ହବନି ନା ମାନେ ସେଟା ସେମ୍ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ହିଁ ଆସିବ see suppose you have to access this is the t value right what I will do t dot pops let me do that okay sorry there is no tuple is don't have so what will I do. Hmm, suppose t of minus 2 is 3 again above that I need to find out minus 1 then it is integer is not subscriptable basically it is asking like okay so basically it will give you error. Why? Because this method always find it's a list or tuple. Okay, if it is an integer one then because last go to the element ରହିଲା ନା ଆମେ we cannot find that right ଯଦି ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ element ରହୁଛି then we cannot out of that we cannot find any last element or first element right or you are still in doubt.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll give you some better example. Suppose t1 I'll take, and T1 is equal to okay. Let's take, see, T1 of -1. What it will give? It will give you 9. But here, what it was giving? It was giving you, what it was giving you? It was giving you 6 comma. It's a list, okay? So if it is a collection and if it is an integer, if it is a collection, then only you can apply this index. If it is an integer, you cannot apply index, right? We don't have that method. We don't have that subscription option is available. So try to understand that one. It's a list. That's why we are able to apply -1 and -1. Okay, -1 and -1. But if you will, it's a single element, then it's element, right? On element, how can you apply this subscription? It's a single value.
Yes, sir.
Bujiyalan na
Understood.
bujiyalan? Okay, okay, fine. So next is
ସାର୍ ଏଇଟା ଲିଷ୍ଟ କେସରେ କରିହେବ କି?
ହଁ ଲିଷ୍ଟ କଲି ନା ଏଟା।
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟିଂ ରୁ ଆମର ଲିଷ୍ଟରେ ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟଟା ଏଗେନ୍ ଗୋଟେ ଲିଷ୍ଟ ରଖିଥିବ ତ
ହୁଁ
ସେ
ହୁଁ
କେସରେ
we
ନିୟମ
can do
ପାଇଁ
that. ହଁ 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 we can do that.
ସବୁ କରିହେବ କି?
we can do that.
ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଗୋଟେ ଦେବେ?
Okay, so I think I have to go to the list, okay, because it neither na L1 is equal to L2 pop pop, correct. If you see, suppose I take L1, sorry, L dot append. I think early କରିଥିଲି ବୋଧେ. Okay, we have an element. Okay, 3 comma 4. Okay, C ଆମର 3 and 4 ରହିଲା, right? So ଏବେ ମୁଁ କଣ କରିବି ନା L of -1 of -1. So our output will be 4. Okay, ଆସିଲା 4 ଆସିଲା।
ଓକେ ସାର୍।
Fine.
এটা କାଲି କରାହେଇଥିଲା ନା ରାଧା ଗୋବିନ୍ଦ?
ହଁ ହଁ ଏଟା ହେଇଥିଲା କାଲି। Okay, are there any other doubts? Okay, so this is the thing, like how can you join a list into a string? I think I discussed this one, right? How can you join a list into a string? Did you remember, or like you forgot that? How to split a string
Yes,
into
sir.
a list and how to join a list into a string. Both
Yes,
the
sir.
things you should know, yeah. Then this is the question, like how to extract only numbers and characters from a list of alphanumeric string. Okay, these things you need to understand. I think I'll just assign this once I complete the list comprehension. I think after that I'll just assign this question. Okay, but for now you can simply ignore that. Okay, I'll assign this question. I'll complete the for loop part, basically for loop and while loop concept, because this is completely used by for loop concept, and there is new concept is called list comprehension, which is going to be used. So okay, ठीक ଅଛି, and another thing I think I forgot. Suppose we have a list. Suppose we have an element like what is that? A is a number. Okay, suppose it's 100. So if I have to find out the A, then it will give you the D. Okay. So what does it mean? So basically it's a ASCII character. Suppose if you have to find out the ASCII character of a number, then you can use CHR, basically character. CHR you can use and you can find out. Right. So similar way, like you can find out, you can use either as well. So if you want to find out any other values, like suppose I'll take any value like CHR of what I can say, it's 65 to this thing. Okay, I'll take 70, then it will give you capital. So you know that ASCII character that is between 97 to 100 22, and that is the one thing, and we have 65 to I think 91. Yeah, that one. Okay, so this is the ASCII characters we have, and basically this 65 to 91, that is nothing but the ASCII characters for uppercase, and uh, from for lower case, it should be 97 to 122. So that is ASCII character numbers. If you know the C and C++, then I think this thing you should remember. But sometimes what happens during the questions, they ask like how can you extract if you have a number, and how can you extract the ASCII character of that? Then you can use CHR method. That's a method called CHR. Okay, this is used to character of a number. Okay. Okay, are you getting this or you have any doubts on this? Okay, fine, I think. Let's move to next topic. We have set. So basically, till now we saw only list and tuple. Okay, and set is basically it's a one kind of sequence data types which is used to store multiple elements. Okay, so same thing like everything is used to store the multiple elements. Set is also similar to that. Okay, and it's a collection of unordered, unchangeable, and unindexed elements. Just a second. Okay, so fine. The set is similar kind of thing, like it's a sequence data type which is used to store multiple elements. But there are few, differences you can say. Set is a collection which is unordered, unchangeable, and unindexed. Okay, so the main thing is like till now we saw. I'll just take set here. So till now you saw that list and tuple they are ordered one. Like ordered one means you are declaring some values or elements of the list or element of tuple. Then whenever you are printing it, it will be in the proper order. Like in the order you have declared, it will print the same order. Okay, it will not change. But in set, what happens if I will take st1 set 1, then it should be should be represented in curly braces. So if you'll take 2, comma 1, comma 7, comma 10, comma like 43, comma 98, comma 31, then see what would be the value of st1. So I have declared st, this is the order, okay. But if you will print st1, it would be c, it would be 1, 2, 7, 10, 31, 43, 98. Okay, so there is no proper order. So basically the way you declared, set will not print in the same order. जो order है तुम्हें declare कर लो, okay, in that order you will not find out st1, right? So that is what the set is, and it is represented by curly braces. Similarly, like it is unordered, unchangeable, unindexed. Why? Because of this nature. Like we are declaring, suppose I to find out kore index, because it ordered to na, how can you find out the index? If it is the ordered one, then only we can find out first index, second index, third index. That is, it is not unordered, unindexed, and we cannot change also. Like change means we cannot add element, or we can insert element, remove element, but we cannot update anything. That is what we can do. Okay, that's why it is called unchangeable. That's why unchangeable is star. That means some of the terms conditions are there. You can insert element and you can remove the element, but you cannot update any element. Okay, that is why it's a set. Okay, you understood this part or any doubts with these three conditions: unordered, unindexed, and unchanged? Are you okay?
So can we take any character?
Character, yeah, yeah, you can take the any character. It's not an issue. Let me take any character. Okay. You can take that. Okay, but the order will be different. Okay, so if you'll see here, now the order got changed. Okay. Okay, just a second. Okay. So we can take it, but just see the order. Basically 1, 10, 2, 31, 43, 7. It's completely unordered. If you're getting, it's completely unordered. Okay. When I have added this string. Okay. So basically it is not every time you will not see the same order. Okay. You will get the different order. Okay. So if you'll see st1 also, sorry, st1. Okay. You will get a different order. So that's why it is called unordered and unindexed. Okay. Basically set object is not subscriptable because it is unindexed. Okay, so that's why we cannot access any of the index value of that set, right? Okay, so basically what are the properties of set? Like we have unordered means the item is set do not have any defined order. Set items can appear in a different order every time you use them, and it cannot be referred to by index or key. Okay, it cannot be referred to by index or key basically. And unchangeable means set items are unchangeable, meaning we cannot change the items after the set has been created. We can add and remove elements but can change. Okay, that's a unchangeable means only we can add the elements to a set and we can remove the elements from a set. We cannot change the item from a set. Okay, that is what the set is. And duplicates are not allowed in set. Okay, that is one I think I forgot to show you. I think if I'll take 7 comma 43. See, we do not have, will it will not store any duplicate elements. See, okay, we are still getting the same records even if like even after I have added the two new elements, which is duplicated one, but it is not allowing any duplicates. Okay, so that's what like set will not allow duplicate elements. It is not ordered. There is no. It is we cannot change. We cannot change the elements of a set. So we cannot do such kind of things. Okay, then we have the methods of set basically. So we can say we have add method, we have clear method, copy, difference, symmetric difference. Okay, intersection, pop, remove, union, update. These all are the methods that are available in set. I'll just take just a second. I think. Oh, okay. Sorry. Huh. So basically, we can see what are the methods of set. Okay. Okay, so these are the methods we can access. We can get from the set. Like we can use add, we can use clear, copy, difference, symmetric difference, and these are the methods we can use. And the next thing is like the next thing is let's see what are the add elements, what are the clear and copy elements, what is like symmetric difference, and what is intersection. So just a second. I think I'll discuss few of things. Then okay, this is fine. This is odd. Okay, suppose you have odd element. Suppose you have to create st of one. Okay, then suppose dot add one element. So we can simply add that element. Okay, so if you see 23 got added in a random place. It's not a proper order. It's added in the random place. Okay, so we can add element. It is similar to append in the list, but the method of set is add, not append. Similar to clear is a similar thing, like we can clear all the elements from a set. And copy also I discussed. Copy is we have shallow copy and deep copy. Then we have the difference, difference, symmetric difference. We can find out okay what is symmetric difference and what is like intersection. Difference, if you'll find out, suppose I will take another set st2. Okay, st2, let's take a set of okay, these are the values I can take. And also I'll take 98. Okay. So st1 dot difference st2. Let's see. So what is the value? We got 10, 23, 31, 43, 7 AB. That means whatever the values are there in st1 and that is not there in st2, that is nothing but this difference is. Okay. The difference is, this means it is similar to, if you know the set operation, like what is a minus b, that means whatever the elements are there in a, but that is not present in b, that is the difference. Okay. But if you want to do the like in the both the sides means you can find out st1 dot symmetric difference. There is new method is there, difference and symmetric difference. So basically symmetric difference, it will st1 dot symmetric difference, it will find out. Okay, that means it will simply check, in both the sets. Okay, st1 st2, then if you see we are getting, okay, symmetric, I see spelling mistake is there. Okay, so if you'll see, it will simply check st1 with st2 and vice versa, st2 also st1. So that what happens? So whenever whatever these values are, basically it will simply remove all the common records and it will club both the sets. Okay, that is what it does. Symmetric difference mean it will simply club all the records and find out if it will simply eliminate all the duplicate records between two sets. Okay, the simple difference is ଏଠି difference କଣ ରହୁଛି ନା, okay, ଏଠି difference କଣ ରହୁଛି ନା, we are simply checking st1 and st2 and we are simply finding out whatever the elements present in st1 but that is not present in st2. Only difference will work in this way, but symmetric difference, it will work in both the cases, like st1 values are not there in st2 union st2 values are not there in st1. Okay, both the values will have union and it will give you the output. Okay, you got this answer? What is the difference and symmetric difference, or any
Yes, sir.
doubts here?
So could you
Mhm.
please repeat again?
Okay, okay. So basically this is the output. We have st1, we have st2. Okay, if you'll see here, okay, so if you'll see here, st2 I have declared 2, 3, 4, 54, 1, 4, 5. Okay, so you just try to find out what are the values are. Okay, so what are the values are there which is not there in st1? st1 we have 1, 10, 2, 3, but which values are common in st1 and st2? Just try to compare. You have 2, you have 98. Okay, you have 2 and you have 98, also you have 1. So basically 1, 2, 98 is there. So that's why it print 10, 23, 31, 43, 7 AB, because we have common values are 1, we have 2 and we have 98. So that's why it is simply finding out. So basically कौन करना, st1 टा st2 को compare हला, which value जो value गुड़ा का हमारा st1 रे अच्छी but st2 रे नहीं, से value only print हला, that is difference. But ଏଠି कौन होची ना, ଏଠି first check कला st1 रो st2 जहाँ st1 रे जो values गुड़ा का अच्छी जोटा कि st2 रे नहीं, again सेटा value plus st2 रे जो values गुड़ा का अच्छी st1 रे नहीं. Okay, से value. So after that एटा union है कि जो जो finally गोटे set वाला, that is our output. Okay, ଏବେ ବୁଝିହେଲା ନା still you are in doubt?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I think we will stop here. Okay, I have some work, like basically I have to go. So if you have any doubt, I think we can discuss tomorrow. Okay, so I'll share this share this notebook with you so that you can try, and you can try also, like today also you got me some like doubts. So similarly you can try this out, you can play with all the values and the parameters and everything, and if you get something then you can come tomorrow and ask me. Okay, yeah, so any doubts?
No, sir. Fine.
Okay, then